And we're back. Just did change of base. We're halfway through the practice test right now. That was problem number 12. Okay, so then for problem number 13, we're going to be solving logarithms. And you do need to extend first. I should probably use red. Why use red? Because it is what? Revenge of the Sith. What? I don't get that, Newbold. Why do people say that? Get it? You know, 6th. It's May 6th. Come on. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. Sith, 6th. Okay. Okay, so solving logarithms. And this is my really cool onesie. Whoa, onesie. Whoa, I lost you. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and solve for x. Looks like this one's already... Oh, they're both condensed. That's not bad. Okay, this is going to be easier than you think. So all you're going to do is you're going to call base 8ing both sides. Base 8. Should we write that down? So base 8 both sides for this particular problem. It's not going to let me, so I'll put it over here. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to go ahead and base 8 both sides. And then that'll just get rid of the logarithm. What? That's amazing. Okay, so that base 8 gets rid of the log base 8. Base 8 gets rid of the log base 8. And now we're just solving for x. Just basic old algebra 1, math 1. Okay, so now we have, see, you have 2x. And you want to keep your x's positive because they're negative. They're going to spread rumors and gossip about you. You loved him 1 point. Just be nice to him. Keep him positive. So to keep this x positive, we're going to go to minus 2x to both sides. There we go. And so then we have 3x minus 2x is just 1x. Or just x. And then we're going to minus 2 to both sides. Minus 2 to both sides. So 8 minus 2 is 6. Very nice. And that's our answer. Now we do want to double check that it's not negative. So 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 is 20. Yep, log base 820 exists. And then 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20 again. And log base 820 equals log base 820. So it does work, so that's good. Just watch out, there could be some no solutions in there. Awesome. Okay, this side real quick. You try it first, pause me. You try it first. Okay, so we're going to log base 9 both sides. Ooh, what does x squared mean, you guys? Do you remember? So x squared plus 17. Wow. Equals minus 9x plus 3. So when you have an x squared in there, that means 2 solutions, right? And so that means 2 solutions. That also means factoring. Get everything on the same side. Okay, there we go. So we're going to keep x squared on the left side, keep it positive. We're going to go ahead and minus 3 with that 17. And so 17 minus 3 is 14. And then we're going to go ahead and add 9x to the other side, which does not combine with the x squared or the 14, but it does make a factoring thing possible. Nice. So what are factors of 14? Well, x squared factors into x times x. Wow. So x squared factors into, if I can do this right, x squared factors into x times x, which is x squared. 14 factors into 7 times 2. And 7 times 2 is 14, and 7 plus 2 is 9. So you have to do factoring. Remember, all year long, said you have to do factoring. Here it is again. So now you set them both equal to 0, because we want to solve for x, get x by itself. And how do you solve for x, get x by itself? You set each side equal to 0. So then you minus 7 to both sides. Oh no, negative solution. So you get x equals negative 7. That might be okay, we'll see. And then minus 2 both sides. So then you get x equals negative 2. Okay, so now you got to plug in and make sure it works. So negative 7 squared is a positive 49 plus 17. That's going to work. And then negative 7 times negative 9 is going to be a positive 63, which is 63 plus 3 is 66. 49 plus 17, 66. It works. So in this case, both solutions do work. -2, and -7. Awesome. Okay, number 15, still solving for x. There's a lot of solving log problems, just to tell you, on the final test there. So we do need to be good at this. Okay, so this time there's not logs on both sides, so a little bit trickier, but not too bad. So first things first, you want to kind of work your way into the x by getting rid of this, getting rid of this, getting rid of this. So first start with the -8. So we're going to go ahead and add 8 to the other side. 8 minus 5, 8 minus 4. 8 with a -4 is a +4. Nice. Okay, so then next we have bring down your log base 8, -8x. And now we got to get rid of log base 8. So how do you get rid of log base 8? You pull out your lightsaber. And you go, chop, 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 chop. Whoa, lightsaber chopping. What? Oh, no. So you get rid of log base 8. But how do you get rid of log base 8? Well, to get rid of log base 8, you actually have to do something special. You have to base 8, right? And if you base 8 one side, you have to base 8 the other side, right? So now this is going to become a huge number. So that 4 gets shoved up into the exponent position, and 8 is the base. And so now you're going to have to go to the calculator and do 8 to the 4th power. And so 8 to the 4th power is 4,096. Wow. So we're going to go 4,096. That's what that becomes. And then now you can bring down, it's not an exponent anymore. So -8x is equal to that. And then you want to solve for x. So we're just going to go ahead and divide by -8 to the other side. Nice. So then 4,096 divided by a -8 is, go to calculator. Oh, I didn't like that negative symbol. We got to use the ouchie negative symbol. There we go. Okay, so it's -512. So now x is equal to -512. So then we got to plug that in and make sure it works. Dashes around it because it is our solution, but it might be no solution. So then we go over here and we go, oh, so if we plug in -512 here, so that'd be a negative times a -512. That'd be a positive huge number. And so that'll work. Nice. So that's definitely going to work for us. If it was log of a negative number ever, then it's no solution. Should we write that down? So log of a negative number ever, usually, is no solution. Sometimes the shifting it works, but like maybe this one, we'll see. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so the first things first, there's no number here to get over to the other side, but there is an invisible -1 being times there. So we actually have to divide that negative over to this side and make everything positive. So now we have log p minus 6 is equal to -3 divided by -1 is a +3. Good. Okay, so then that's supposed to be a -6. Sorry. Whoa, something else I just noticed. What the? Solve for x? That's silly. It's supposed to be solve for p, silly old bears. Either way, solve for p, solve for x. You know, kind of hopefully get the idea there. Okay, so then I'm going to fix this, because what's that supposed to say again? So that's supposed to say, what's in parentheses? So p minus 6. Cool. Okay, so now pretty easy now. So, so this is log base 8, but there is no log base whatever. So what do we have to assume? Because we need to know that number. This is tricky now. How many fingers do we count on? What's our base counting system as humans? Humans is base 10. Cool. Why is that important? Because now we can get rid of the log and solve for p by basing 10 both sides. Nice. So now it's going to be p minus 6. Bring that down. And then 10 times 10 is 100 times 10 is 1,000. And then we'll just simply go ahead and add 6 to the other side. And there's our answer. So p is equal to 1,006. There we go. Okay, so that's how we solve that one. Number 17. Okay, so now this is set up already for us. So we'll just bust through real fast. We're going to go to base 7, both sides. So 7 to the third power. Any guesses? 21 times 7? 289? No, maybe. No, let's see. 343. Okay, so now bring down the 6x, and then 7 to the third power is 343. And now you're just going to divide the 6 to the other side, and that's just going to be our answer. It's positive, so we'll be good. There's our answer, 346 divided by 6. Whoa, Newbold, you already made a mistake. Sorry. 343 divided by 6. Slow down, Newbold. That's when you make mistakes. You're right. Sorry. Okay, so this one, there's nothing here to add or subtract, so we'll go to divide next, PEMDAS. And so we'll divide the negative 3 to the other side. So then we have 12. Negative 12 divided by negative 3 is a positive 4. Nice. So then we bring down our log base 8, negative 8x. And then how do we get rid of that log base 8 again? Base 8. One side, you have to do it to the other side. So now we have negative 8x is equal to 8 to the fourth power. So that's 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, or 8 to the fourth power. And so that's going to be a huge number, 4,096. That rings a bell. We did this a second ago. And again, we divided by negative 8. Do you remember? I think it's going to be negative 512 again. What do you think? Let's write it down as my guess. Okay, so again, we're going to divide by a negative 8. Ouchie, negative. And yep, gives us negative 512. Okay, so negative 8 with a negative 512 is going to be a positive big number. So that'll work then. Beautiful. So we haven't run into a no solution yet, but I'm sure there is one. Okay, let's try this one. Ooh, now we're going to have to do some condensing first. You'll see that on the test. Don't freak out. Condense and then solve. Condense and then solve. Okay, so then we're going to do 1 log base 2. Right? Okay, so we're going to condense it now. So we're going to do x plus 15. Good. Addition becomes multiplication. Good. So times the next thing, which is x plus 1. Crazy. And then subtraction becomes division. Remember that part? Division. And then the log base 2 just goes over here. Subtraction becomes division, so just x. And then all equal to 3. Woo! If you wanted to graph all that, you could and see where it equals 3. That's another thing that you could do. But this isn't too bad, I promise. So first we do want to get rid of log base 2. And so how we get rid of log base 2 is basing 2. Both sides. That's going to get rid of our log base 2. And so this is just going to become an 8. Now we have, let's multiply this through. So x times x is x squared. 15 times 1 is 15. You remember foiling? Remember distribution? So we did the first and the last. Now we're going to do the nose. 15 times x is 15x. And don't forget the mouth. 1 times x is 1x. And we are going to have to combine those together in a little bit here, make it 16x in a second, but divide by x. Okay, this is a crazy problem, right? So now we're going to go ahead just being divided by x. So now we're going to go ahead and multiply by x over to the other side, okay? So now we have x squared plus 15 plus 1 is 16x plus 15 equals 8x. Now we're going to get everything on the same side and factor it. So we're going to go ahead and minus 8x to the other side. Minus 8x to the other side. So then we have x squared, 16 minus 8 is 8. So we have 8x and then plus 15. And so then on the other side there, 8x minus 8x is just 0. And so now we're going to go in and factor this. Factor this sucker. So we're going to factor it. So we get x and x. And then factors of 15. Is that 3 and 5? I think it's 3 and 5. Awesome. Okay, so then both addition. Now you set them both equal to 0. Remember that part? So we're going to get two solutions. We're going to minus 3 to the other side, minus 5 to the other side. So we get two solutions. We get x equals a negative 3. And we get x equals a negative 5, right? Awesome. However, when we go to plug it back in, right, a negative 3 and a negative 5, even though it's worked all the other times, this time when you plug it back in, so negative log base 2x, let's say it's negative 3, think we're going to get an error on our calculator. So go to math, or go to your calculator.net, and we're going to go and do, let's put the negative in front, so ouchie negative, math button, log base 2 to the, now let's say the x is negative 3. So if x is negative 3, we get a error, non-real answer. And if you do the same thing with negative 5, it's not going to work. So number 19, in fact, is a no solution. I think on Canvas I put negative 3 and 5, and then right next to it, no solution. Just to make sure you understand how that rolls, how that works. Okay, the next two problems are going to be freebies on Canvas just to get easy points. Just choose the answer that says choose this answer. But really, this is how it says to watch the video, because you got to remember how to graph logarithms. So I think on the test, these are just exponentials, but still know how to graph logs. So number 20, if you're using your graphing calculator, you'll just go to y equals like this. Oops, let's quit. Go to y equals, and then we're going to go to ln, which is below the log, and so of just x minus 1, which is the same as log base e of x minus 1. And then we'll push graph, and there we go. It's going to be growing slowly, growing slowly. Okay, so it looks like it doesn't even start until 1.06, but if you actually zoom in, you'll notice that it actually keeps going downward. Yeah, should be an asymptote there. So 1.06 carries on to 1.22. And then if you go in and zoom in some more, I think it keeps on going down, down. Yep, keeps on going down, down, down. Remember logarithms? They just keep going down, down, down. It looks like the asymptote is about at 1, doesn't it? It does. Yep, so at 1 is where our asymptote is. And then let's go ahead and see where it crosses, zoom 6, where it crosses at 2, it looks like. So we're going to asymptote at 1, and then it's going to cross at 2. Okay, there we go. Now log, this is just log base 10, so log 2x. You can use your Desmos if you want to there, Desmos. And so don't forget to watch No Time to Die, November 25th, it's supposed to be April 20th, but or whatever day it was in April 2020, but then because of what's happening, it's been pushed back. Okay, so we're going to go to Desmos for graphing purposes. And so this is just log base 10, just the log button. So this time we're going to use our keyboard. We're going to go to functions, we're going to go miscellaneous, and there it is, log. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and do log just 2x. So let's go back and go log 2x. And there it is. And so it looks like at half, so it goes along the y-axis there. See how far down it goes? And then looks like at a half is where it crosses. And it doesn't actually hit 2 until 46. That's crazy. So it looks like you might hit 1 at about 6 though, so that's nice. We could do that. Okay, so let's graph that. So it looks like at about a half is where it crosses. And then about 6 is where it gets to 1. Oh no, don't lose battery power. Screen went dim. Got it. Okay, got it. Even the lightsaber needs some power. Where's all that power come from? The Force. Oh. Okay, so that's going to come along like that. This needs to be a bit straighter. Sorry about that. Doesn't cross though. Doesn't cross the y-axis. And there's our graph. Awesome. So thanks for filling that out there. Awesome possum. Bam. Okay, so then we got some word problems going on. Number 22 and 23, they just want you to mark all that apply. Like, what's true in this exponential equation. Okay, well, it turns out that the beginning, the initial, right, the principal, is always the first number, and it's outside of the parentheses. So this is your initial, and then this right here is like your rate, right? And then the x power is like your time. Awesome. Do you remember that? Okay, so then we have a principal of 2,000. So A is going to be correct, not C. Might be exponential decay decrease. Yep, because I'm seeing a decrease. Let's see here, an exponential growth, and then exponential decrease. Okay, so these two are tricky, so I'm glad you're watching. Which one is the other answer? Because it doesn't talk about x at all, or time. But what it does talk about is decrease. So you want to think about it this way, right? So 0.93 is how much you're increasing, but you're increasing at a decreasing rate. And so it's actually going to be 1 minus. I don't know if we talked about that too much in my other videos with the assignment they gave us, because we didn't really have this type of problem. So 1 minus 0.93. So we're actually going to be decreasing and decaying at a rate of 0.07. Okay? So our answer is going to be A and F. A and F is what's going on there. And so we'll go ahead and double check for you just to make sure there. Little answer key going on. That thanks, Ms. Correa, for doing this answer key. So A and F. Yep, A and F. Awesome. Okay, so the next one, you see the 1, but it's actually 1 plus a 0.15. And so what that means is that this is actually now more than 1, not less than 1, it's more than 1. And so it's going to be a growth. Well, how much growth is it going to be? It's going to be a growth. Well, it's going to be a growth, exponential growth of 0.15. Nice. And then our principal is just 0.5 a half. So this one's A and D. This one's A and D. Cool. I think there's just one word problem, not even this type of problem on the final exam there. So just try to understand it. And so we'll jump right in there to the last two problems on our practice. So if you invest $600, that's our initial investment, in a bank account at a rate of 3.6 interest, where the interest compounded monthly, interesting, monthly, how much will your investment be worth in 2 years, 24 months? So we're going to invest every month. That's interesting. Okay, so then think about our rate, and then think about we want to do 2 years or 24 months. So if we turn this into 2 years, then we could just put a 2 there. And then our 0.036, which is the same as 3.6%, you have to add add that in monthly, but that'll be the first. So we'll do 1 plus that, right? So you have your first year, and then after 2 years. So we can actually just plug that right into our calculator there. So that's going to be 1.036 to the 2 years. I think that this would this be 12.036? And then this would be 24? I don't know, that's crazy. This is what I just saw. Ms. Correa's answer key. We're going to look more into those word problems together. We just haven't had a chance to meet yet. And so that's what she has right there. Oh, she says 24 months, but then what's about the 1? Start 1, principal gain 1.036. Yeah, but it's every monthly though. Interesting. 24 months. Don't know. So it is definitely going to be increasing, so we have to make sure it's 1 plus to make sure it's increasing and not decreasing. Okay, I can see that. Okay, so we'll go and change this to 24 months, I guess, instead of 2 years. Because it does say monthly. It does say monthly. Okay, so then we plug that into our calculator now. Or you can even do it on calculator.net if you want. There we go. And so we'll go ahead and do 600 times 1.036. Then we'll go ahead and do where's that to the, here it is. So to the 24 months. Awesome. So that gives us, we made some good money there in 2 years. That's a good interest rate. I don't know. 1,402. So that's what I see on my answer key here, and that's what's going to be on Canvas, is 1402.12. So 1402.12. I think it's because it's compounding monthly, that 3.6% over and over and over 24 times. So I think that's why it's got so much money. So if you can get a bank to compound monthly, man, you're in the money. Usually it's yearly is when banks compound eggs. They don't want to give you that much interest. And so that's just with the monthly. Okay, last problem. You buy a used car for $4,500 and it depreciates 8% each year. Oh, okay, 8%, huh? So that means we're going to go ahead and do 1 and then the first year and then minus that 0.08, right? So how much it's decreasing each year. How much will the car be worth in 3 years? There we go. So then that's just going to be 4,500. And then 1 minus 0.08 is 0.92. It just seems different than the assignment we did previously, isn't it? Sorry about that, you guys. Just that other assignment was a little bit different, it seemed like. But we'll go with it. There's just one problem on the test. Okay, so 0.92 to the third power. So just follow this process for the test there. That's going to give us 3858.19. 3858.19. Awesome. And just to double check there, we'll use a regular calculator if you want to try that one, if you have one, or use calculator.net. And so we'll go 4,500 to the 0.92, or times, and then to the third power. Bam! That's going to depreciate. You've lost $1,000, right? Because it depreciates 8% each year. Because that 1 means, like, to take your 4,500, and then depreciate it, the 0.08, right? And then the next year do it again, the next year do it again, 3 times. Because it's 3 years. So hopefully that makes sense. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting ready for our test. You're going to ace it. Thanks for watching. Go back and watch the previous videos if you're still not confident about logs and exponentials. So then here's your host, Darth Vader. Revenge of the Sith. Whoa. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Peace out. Thanks for watching.